You're right there, 6 Plus Avia, with another video on something that I think may be quite underrated, a dice tray. Now, I think dice trays are really effective bits of gear for any form of tabletop gaming, whether that's wargaming, whether that's dungeon crawling, whether that's just normal board games that you use a dice in there as your mechanic. I thought I'd actually build one because I've seen them online. Sometimes they're a fair old chunk of cash. Now, the main criteria I wanted to build this dice tray out of, make sure nice and sturdy. It's not going to fall apart on me. Make sure it's quite tactile and clean aesthetic to it. Another one is cheap. I don't want it costing me an arm and a leg to make this dice tray. And finally, nice and simple. Simple tools, simple techniques, just nice, easy crafting project for anyone to do. So, catch you in a minute and we'll go over how I made this little thing here. Okay, so here is all the stuff you're going to need to make a dice tray for yourself, okay? So you need some form of deep photo frame, okay? This one, I just found it in the cupboard, alright? You can get these really cheap as anything. You can get them online, you can get them in thrift shops, whatever you can find one. Just find one and it just make sure it's nice and deep so when you roll the dice they're not going to flick out. You don't want a shallow frame, okay? You want some form of glue to bind your felt or your fabric or whatever you're using, foam, whatever it is, to the inside of this frame. You can get certain felts that are self-adhesive. Fine, you're going to pay a little bit more for that, but it's absolutely fine, okay? Then you need some form of cutting device, okay? Just be careful with these. Sounds obvious, but please be careful. And then some form of straight edge or ruler. My straight edge is broken, so I'm going to be using these hacksaw blades, alright? The flat end, because the reason why I like using a metal straight edge, when you're cutting along with the blade, you're not going to cut into the straight edge. You're not going to cut into the ruler. So as I said, all this stuff is inexpensive. This is a couple quid, alright, let's say a £5. Foam here, the felt, whatever you want to call, say 2-3 quid. Glue a quid. Knife a quid. Straight edge a quid. So let's say altogether is a tenner. Sorry. The glue you're going to keep using for other projects. Knife you're going to use for other projects. Straight edge other projects. You're going to have leftover felt, and then you're going to have a dice tray. But anyway, we're going to do a speed build of this. So you can see the whole process from start to finish, but it's not going to be stupidly long time. But anyway, hope you all enjoy it, and I'll catch you on the end. Right, so as you can see by that speed build, hopefully you could follow along. It wasn't difficult to do. It was just a lot of cutting, a lot of eyeballing. You don't have to measure, extremely well. You just have to use a little bit of common sense and go, that's where I want to cut it and fit it into, so on and so forth. So as you can see, I've done this felty, wadey material all the way around, glued it, and then I've actually glued it into the recess. Because if you roll any dice and you have that lip above, the problem is the dice could potentially get stuck underneath and it could be an inconvenience trying to get the dice out. And also, it sounds quite nice. So I've got some old dice here. Here you go, let's just grab a couple. Easy as that. And they're really easy to grab out as well, because nothing's getting caught underneath the edge. Cool, I want to roll X amount of dice. Cool, I want to remove any that are below a 3. Done. Oh, cool, I need to re-roll these to get a 3. Easy as that. I'm really quite pleased how this came out. Alright, so, as you can see, it was really cheap materials, really straightforward. Just take your time. Obviously, you're using a sharp blade. The sharper the blade, the easier it will be to cut through the material. And normally you want one of those protective cut mats, but I forgot to grab mine. Hey ho, it is what it is. But anyway, hope this video has been very informative for you. If you got any, ideas that you want me to have a little go at, or, you want a little bit of help with, by all means, comment down below. But I'm going to be bringing out more of these kind of videos down the line, so if you haven't already, subscribe, like, hit that bell notification, all the usual YouTube requests are out there. But yeah, I'm going to be using this a bit later on for a nice little game. But anyway, hope you all have a fantastic day. Thank you very much for watching all the way to the very end. You all have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll catch you on the other side.